Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Disabled Reviewers.
This is the new zero-emission Nissan Leaf, and today's video is sponsored by the fantastic Griffin Mill Garages.
Let's go and take a look, shall we?
Yeah, let's go and have a look. So, there's a few things I like about this car, but before we get into that, let's cover the transfer. As you could see, the transfer in was fairly easy for someone like myself who's fairly confident with transferring. Again, if you're not confident with transferring, I do think it would still be easy enough for you to get in. It is slightly higher than your average car, but not a great deal to make you struggle with getting in and out. And it also has the leather seat to help you slide in. My favourite part, which I think is great, which is the little angle where you insert your phone. Now that is angled to a point where it's not going to slide out when you're driving. And it's also located right next to the USB socket, which is always a bonus because you never get that in any other car.
Okay, so as you can see with this boot, the depth of it is something some people might not like because of, you know, the loading lip and whatever, but I actually like that because it makes it easier to fit the wheelchair in and other things, you know. On the side here you've got your storage for the cables to charge it up. Another thing is the Bose sound system that comes with the Tekna model. The subwoofer for that sound system is quite obtrusive, I find anyway. Some people might not find this that obtrusive, but with this wheelchair it is. With a standard wheelchair that folds in the middle, then I don't think that would be a problem. But as you can see, you've still got quite a nice amount of room left. The height for this is obviously not a problem. I like the height of the parcel shelf. All around, I think it's a pretty nice sized boot.
Okay, so there's a few things I like about the Nissan Leaf. The first thing is the fact it's eerily quiet. The second thing is I like the seating position. It feels like you're driving one of these small SUVs. And whilst we're talking about seating, I like the fact that it's got electrically heated seats and it's very comfortable. So if you do suffer from any back issues, it's great. The second thing, I like the steering. It's nice and light, and it adapts to your driving. The other thing I like is the gearbox. It doesn't have your park, neutral, drive, 1, 2, 3 like your traditional automatic gearbox would. It simply has park, reverse, drive. That's it. And all you do is you press it up to go backwards, down to go forwards, and you press a button for park. That's it. Now, whilst you're in drive, it also has something called braking mode. Now what braking mode does is it automatically slows the car down as you're driving along. You still have to use the brake pedal, but then it also has something else which is called the E pedal. Now what that does is when you press that button, you can drive the car using just one pedal. And what I mean by that is when you lift your foot off the accelerator, it automatically slows down and brings you to a complete stop. Then what you can do is you can drive the whole car anywhere you like using just one pedal. So now the exciting part, which is when you are using the brakes and you're taking your foot off the accelerator, all the energy stored from braking is used to recharge the battery. Not a great deal, but it does recharge it slightly, and it is constantly charging the battery whilst the car is braking, which is great. So overall, I think this car is fun, it's exciting, it's modern, and most of all practical in every way for my needs, and I wouldn't hesitate in a second to buy one.
The Nissan Leaf comes with a 150 horsepower motor powered by a 40 kilowatt hour battery, This gives you a range between 150 and 230 miles depending on your driving style.
The Nissan Leaf has DAB radio, Bluetooth, SatNav. It also has a Bose sound system on the Tekna model. It also benefits from Apple Carplay and Android Auto. The Nissan Leaf is comfortable, it has great all-round visibility, and it also has great access when I'm transferring inside. I absolutely love this Nissan Leaf, simply because it's so different, it's so futuristic, and I've never driven an electric car before. However, this being my first electric car, I would have no issue driving another one in the future.
The boot in this Nissan Leaf is pretty good for the size. With this particular spec, it comes with a Bose sound system. That includes the subwoofer. Although it is sleek and small, it can get in the way a little bit, but other than that, it's a great boot for a car of this size.
Ratings for this Nissan Leaf are as follows: accessibility 4, practicality 4, performance 5, comfort 5. For more information about this car, please check out the description box below or visit our website.